All right, Ricardo, what strikes me about this fight, of course, it's a home fight for you, but I think you've had more fights out of the country, like in your last 9, 10 fights, than you've had in the country. Does it feel good to be back home?
Yeah, definitely. Especially taking the long travel days away and just being able to chill in my hometown when I get back, being able to sleep in my own bed if I want to, and just spending time with the family helps take the mind off the fight.
Camp-wise, was this down in Miami and back here? Are you splitting time between the two, or is it all Miami?
It was split in time again, so I started it here in Illinois and then finished up in Miami.
Take me back to the last one. Obviously, you're fighting another tough Midwestern kid in Darren Elkins. You guys have both been around for a long time. You needed to get back on track, and that was a big one to do it, right?
Exactly, yeah. That was the first time in my career coming off of back-to-back losses, so it was great to just, get my confidence back, get back in the groove, and get back on the winning track. And especially against a guy like Darren, he's, tough as nails, and to put him away was just kind of icing on the cake.
The issue with the blood clot, how scary of a situation was that for you, and is everything all good with that? What's the deal?
Yeah, thank God everything's all good with it. It was definitely scary, especially not knowing what it was, and the things I was doing wasn't very smart to do with the blood clot. I was having somebody massage my muscle out, and they could have dislodged it, so things could have gotten bad, but luckily it was all right. I think it was just kind of the perfect storm. Usually I drive down to Miami and drive back, so it was 22 hours in the car driving home. 2 days later, 12 hours on a plane. I didn't move at all on the plane because I fell asleep. I was dehydrated from the initial start of the weight cut, so I think all that put together was just a bad situation and just one of those things, bad luck, it happened. But I had numerous blood tests done and everything came back good, and so I'm good now. When
you're in a situation like that, are you thinking about not only your career, but that stuff can be fatal if the wrong things happen, right? Are you thinking about your mortality and stuff like that as it's going on?
Yeah, a little bit. I tend to always try and look on the positive side of things, and but definitely thinking about my career, will I be able to fight again? Is this going to happen if I cut weight again? Those were definitely running through my head. So that was definitely scary. So I wanted to make sure that I was 100%, and I had to be on blood thinners for a while, and there was talk if it comes back, you might have to be on blood thinners for the rest of your life, and I was like, hell no, but luckily, thank God everything worked out.
Talk to me about getting the call for Calvin Kattar. He's a guy who's been around, God, as long as you, I think, probably, but just probably hasn't been in there against the same level of competition as you've been in there with. So what were your thoughts on him as an opponent and kind of what he brings to the table?
I think he's a great opponent, dangerous kid, young, hungry, up-and-comer, good hands, and he's an exciting fighter. So I like to fight guys like that. I like to put on a show for the crowd, and I think that's what we're going to do.
You just turned 37?
Yes.
Do you still keep sort of that ultimate title fight goal in the back of your mind? You fought for one before. Is that still the plan? Is that still the goal? String wins together and get back in the picture? Or do you kind of take this just one fight at a time at this point in your career?
It's always been the goal. It's always been the goal to be a world champ, to get that belt. So that's always in the back of my head. And, I'd love another opportunity to do that.
You've got the UFC gym business as well, not far from home. How's that going for starters? And then is that sort of the retirement plan, I guess, is what it comes down to? When you are done fighting, you've got that as the business, and that's what your livelihood is going to be.
Yeah, it's definitely phase 2 of the fighting career. It's a great transition for me. I love coaching. It's something that I've done in the past. I started as a personal trainer. I was a college wrestling coach after I graduated, and now going into this, I love giving back. I love giving back all the knowledge that I've acquired over my career. I love my gym and our members and helping them achieve all their fitness goals. And anybody who hasn't been out there, come check us out at UFC Gym Naperville.
Safe to assume the goal is get out of there quickly on Saturday night, get another win on your belt, get out of fight season and get into barbecue season for a few months?
Hell yes, I'm ready for that to happen for sure. The cover has been on my smoker for way too long. It needs to come off. I need to get some briskets and rib in there and get my belly full.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Thank you.